Guys, and today we're actually here with my boy Flaco. We're actually working on the Big Zod truck. We're doing some arrangements on the 4-link setup in the back. We're adding a little bit of weight on the back as well. You know, doing some nice touches in order for us to go down the track next time that we go to another private test session. But today, guys, we're here with Flaco, and as you guys know, my boy Flaco used to have a fast truck. It's still fast, but it's not his. Now, my boy Brandon owns this truck, which is the Mona Lisa, but you actually changed the color on it, right?
Yeah, so this is my color on all my other cars, so we kind of put our own spin on it after a little incident when we first brought it out, but yeah, it's all gray now. So
everything's gray, that's right. So you have another, what is it, like a Camaro?
Yeah, all those.
Okay, so you got a Camaro and a Mustang and now a truck. So you got a Fox body. What year is the Camaro, like 2000?
2002.
2002, and now this one. Even the hauler's gray.
Yeah.
Hey, you need a big trailer.
Yeah, we're working on that part.
On that?
Yeah, we're working on that part.
Okay. So this truck right here, guys, used to be Flaco's, and it used to have a crazy ass paint job on it. Like it had like a couple of colors on it, but Brandon decided to go gray, just like the rest of his fleet. Now this is a 2,500 horsepower truck.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's the fastest LS truck in the nation or in the world, right? Yeah. And these guys are actually getting ready because they're going to Georgia. Correct? When is that?
Not this week, but next week.
Next week. And what's the plan out there? You taking all your cars, or you just taking the truck?
So I'm going to be driving my Camaro in the all-steel glass class, and then Flaco is actually going to be driving it in the pro truck class.
Oh, okay.
So we actually switched it. It used to have fiberglass doors and stuff, but now it's got power windows, all the street stuff. So.
Okay, so you're trying to make this one like your Camaro, or no?
Yeah. So hopefully this one's going to be the new one I start driving next year, but right now it's just, like I said, it's all steel now, so we can run all the all-steel. All glass classes everywhere with it.
There you go.
So it's pretty cool. Still got the somewhat street stuff on it.
It looks street, but it's actually really fast. Now, this is a turbo truck, twin turbo, small block LS. What you running on your car?
So my Camaro has got a 922-inch motor in it.
Nitrous.
With 6 kits, yeah.
Nitrous.
6 kits of nitrous.
What about your Fox body?
It's nitrous too.
So
we got another car. It's actually gonna be like a blower truck, like your Larry in there.
So pretty much everything is nitrous.
Yeah.
This is pretty much your first turbo setup.
Yeah.
Right
so
here.
I have no idea. He tells me, he's like, "Oh, I want to change the turbos." I was like, "Okay. I don't know what any of that means, but
there you go.
All right."
So that's why you're here, because y'all gonna be changing out the turbos, right?
Yeah. So it's got 88s on it right now. Like I said earlier, we're actually building a new motor for it, all billet deal. But we're gonna run this motor for like a couple more races, and we got some new 94mm turbos for it. We're gonna try out.
Force induction.
Yeah, force induction.
Of course, yeah. Flaco uses nothing but force induction. That's what we're running on crawfish and all the other race trucks that we got. But here it is, guys. I don't know what year's the truck, but it's like a 90 model, 95?
93, yeah.
93 model, X10. Super fast. It's wicked. It's low. 275. All this chrome stuff actually looks like steel, but it's not, which is actually pretty cool, because from far away it looks like it's actually chrome. But it gives you that street look that he is looking for. And it is here now because they're going to be changing out the turbos. You wouldn't happen to want to sell the truck, right?
Oh, everybody, look, and when I won this thing, everyone, Beto ONDGAS needs it. ONDGAS needs it. ONDGAS is like, well, if he makes a good offer, ain't no saying no. So
I mean, I just jumped in the small trucks. I'm more of a full-size truck guy, but I got that Cyclone with the Coyote in it.
Yeah, that's sick.
Something I want to do, something different. I mean, you can put bow tie in it, belt, or you can even go LS or even go a big block. But now there's a lot of people that don't like that because it's a Cyclone. It's a historical truck in the 90s, and it's like a slap in the face to all the Chevy guys putting a Ford motor.
I thought it was sick.
But no, yeah, I understand. Yeah, you get the point.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like back in the day when they had the Fox bodies and everybody was doing LS. So now we pretty much did the same thing with the Cyclone. Overall, truck's running good. It's wicked. It's different. I like it. But this right here, this is a totally different monster right here. Just because, now I think we got about 2,500 on the Cyclone. But this one, of course, we're not gonna disclose the weight on it. But this one's a lot lighter, and does it still have a full frame on it? Or is this back half a little bit?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Well, we only have a back half on the Cyclone. So pretty much we chopped it up right here. boom, and then everything else is tubular in the back, but we're still running the frame in the front. So a lot of people actually do that. A lot of people do that, or a lot of people keep the whole frame for rules, right?
Yeah, so what's crazy about this thing is it's literally like a dune buggy, dude. You can take the cab comes off. Whenever Flaco built it, he was really thinking ahead because like it comes apart like a dune buggy. It's crazy.
Real quick. So you usually do back half, or you keep the frame for the rules, or you do a full tube chassis. On that one, we only got about, I don't want to say like 20 inches maybe of frame, because when they built that truck, it was for a special class. But you can go full frame, you can go back half, you can do whatever you want. But this right here is it's an iconic truck. Flaco's been having it for a while, and he actually went 390s. That's just the record, right? 390s.
390. What'd you go? 390 with the 2? Yeah, 390.
390. So that's pretty fast. Now, being an LS, of course. Now, of course, you can go with a bigger motor and do all that crazy stuff, and maybe you'll go. For sure, you'll go faster. But small block LS going 390s. That's why this one holds the record for the fastest LS truck. Now, there's cars, of course, right?
So actually, I think this one's like the second fastest in the world.
With
like,
an LS.
With the LS, yeah.
And I'm sure the first one has to be a car.
It's a Pro Mod. Yeah.
It's a Pro Mod. There you
Mod.
go. So that's the car, but you can't compare. Even though sometimes the cars weigh the same as a truck, you can't argue the aerodynamics on a car being a truck.
Thing's
right?
a brick, dude. Look at that. It's not aerodynamic at all.
It's a whole block right here. When you got the cars where you got the the nice front end with the smooth windshield and everything. Perrillo's stuff. Now did you guys like the smart car video? It's already at the sound system place, right?
No.
We haven't dropped it off?
We haven't dropped it off.
Okay. Well, tell Manny
It's washed though.
it's washed. Tell Manny we're gonna drop it off right now. Brandon's gonna show us how it looks.
Yeah, you can check it out underneath there.
All right, guys, check it out. Right. Are you gonna take out the front end or just the hood?
I gotta take it off anyway if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Get up.
Let's do everything. Make sure my boy Brandon's gonna show us the sauce.
Let me get some tools from.
The sauce. Now it's here because it's gonna get a new turbos, which they're over there, pretty much ready to roll. Maybe these might be a little smaller or maybe outdated, but now new force inductions, the latest and the greatest. I'm gonna see if he wants to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Do we need enough extra?
Hey, you can't buy everything you see, no?
No.
You can't buy everything you see.
No, you can't.
I
But
mean,
then you can.
But
It's a fast truck. I'm not I'm not a big fan of the small trucks. I'm more of a full size.
But this one won't look bad next to the Cyclone.
This one wouldn't look bad next to Big Zaw, bro. You know what I'm saying? It kind of matches already too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Zaw, Little Zaw. Yeah.
Well, one of the goals here is get the front end to come off all in one piece. It used to when it was all
Okay.
fiberglass, but whenever we
So it wasn't steel before. I thought it was steel before.
yeah, it was steel, but like the whole front end came off
Okay.
one time.
Yeah. This truck is gonna go to Georgia, represent Houston.
lights out.
Lights out. Hopefully we'll make it to one of those events once we get this truck down in. Now we're expecting. I'm gonna give you guys a little in on the times on the truck. We're expected to run. That truck should run low force, which is already hauling ass. On the eighth of a mile. Yeah. We don't run quarter mile. We run eighth, half of the quarter. So we're expected to run low fours on that one. But in order to get into the threes, which is the goal, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more stuff to it. And we're already talking about maybe putting a bigger Procharger. That one's an F3. I believe it's like a 112, so it's a small F3. I think we can go all the way to 130 F3. So we're gonna change some stuff out once we get a final number and see where we're at.
Yeah.
If we need to go faster, because we do want to go faster, I think that truck has a badass chassis. The truck was built badass that we can actually, put a bigger motor or, do a bigger Procharger so we can have more horsepower. And of course, I think the chassis on the truck is going to hold. So all we need to do is a couple of upgrades. Now, it is a carb style and we were thinking about doing Holly, but I do have a fuel tech system that I had bought for Moonshine and it's just there hanging out. We ain't using it, so we're gonna get with Flaco and see what exactly program we got from the Fuel Tech.
You like Fuel Tech?
It's whatever, man. Whatever makes the truck go fast, you know what I'm saying? And easy for Flaco to manage and tune. But yeah, we might use that Fuel Tech. Just depends on what kind of model of Fuel Tech system that we got. I bought it probably like 2 years ago when we were building Moonshine. But then Moonshine never got done. Just all these problems with these damn shops. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even about the money. It's about that they take too long. They want everything up front. You know what I'm saying? They keep asking for money. and
Take advantage.
they take advantage because we do want to get the trucks out fast, and sometimes with all these other projects that we got going on, it's kind of hard to keep up. But now luckily we got Tito. Tito's the project manager of the build, so he's gonna be checking up on all the builds. So hopefully from here on we don't have any issues with all these boo-boo ass janky ass shops like Skinny Man 1, the dudes from Mexico 2, and then the other guy that fucked up the whole box. Well, he claims he's a bad motherfucker. He don't do nothing. He was gonna make it right and blah 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 blah. He's supposed to meet up and do all this, you know, pay back. The dude just wanted to chit chat. He wanted to have a conversation. Like, huh?
He was bored.
He was probably bored. He should be working on his damn other cars that he got there, so they won't be going through the shit that I, went through. But it's cool. We can sit here and cry about it, or we can just charge to the game and let it go. So yeah. And right now they're fixing the whole front end's fixing to come off.
All right.
Slide it out. Just like that, the whole front end came off. Couple of bolts. And whenever y'all put it back, make sure you put it all together because that's just gonna fly out.
Oh, yeah.
Like the smart car.
Yeah, like a smart car. All right, guys, so here it is.
To the left.
Everything's done to this truck. I mean, there's no more that you can do. And Brandon is fixing to get a bigger and better motor, of course, and LS. Turbos, right? You're sticking to the turbos, right? You're not.
So the new turbos we're doing right now, we're gonna try them out on this motor, and then pretty much this whole deal will be for sale whenever we figure it out. So we're gonna run the 94s on it Thursday. I think he's gonna try to. I think you're gonna test that one Thursday.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to drive this one Thursday so he can help y'all out.
Okay.
Take it to Georgia Scout, run this motor first.
With this motor
Yeah,
first.
this motor first and the new motor.
And this is a billet block, everything billet head, billet block, everything. So it's a badass setup, and it's been proven to go 390s. And eventually, you're gonna sell it with the turbos.
Yeah, it's gonna be all of it.
There you go. So
Somebody get a historical piece right here if they want it.
there you go. I mean, you get a historical piece and still go fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, you gotta have something similar to this in order to go this number. Don't think because you're gonna buy this motor and these turbos and put on your Cat Eye or your 2000 model with some cow tracks in the back, you're gonna go fast. So it has to do everything: weight, converter, gears, tuning.
It's a puzzle.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. Yeah. The whole story's got a line for you to make a fast pass. And a lot of times people don't understand that. It's like, oh, what's fast? It's gonna go down or whatever. No, it's just, you gotta tweak here, tweak there, and then but that's why you get a good team like Flaco, and you'll get you straight. So turbos by Thursday, and then you're gonna go test out. So we'll probably see Brandon at HMP this Thursday coming up if it don't rain.
If it doesn't rain.
It don't rain because it hasn't rained in a while. And this
Rains tomorrow.
rains tomorrow. So hopefully everything is done by then. And then, do you have a price already, kind of? What you want to get for everything?
I mean, if I can get like 40, 35 for the turbos, motor, everything. Like
Oh,
I said, you'd be running 390s with this deal if you
Yeah.
had, like you said, the right
Yeah.
setup. But
That's pretty cheap.
yeah.
I think I might buy that
Look,
Hey.
for crackhead, right?
And what are you gonna do with the
direct
setup?
bolt in, dude.
Man, I just bought a fucking motor from crackhead too. Fuck. I bought a aluminum block LSR. You ever heard of those? Texas Speed.
Oh.
Got a pretty good deal on that. Kind of like what Darley had on his on the brown truck.
Oh, okay.
Billet, not billet, aluminum block. Well, I don't know what it is. I think it's like a 427 or some shit like that.
That's
But
what this is, I think, 427.
it's 427. And this is a
Nizer.
Nizer.
Mr. Nizer.
Yeah. But you're selling the intake and everything.
Yeah, everything.
The
Everything
whole-
goes with it. Somebody wants the Holly out of it, they can have the Holly out of it too.
Damn.
Everything. Transmission too.
Ultra has two.
Everything can go with it.
Hey, you're convincing this guy right
Hey, I'm
What
trying
is
to
it?
make a sale here, dude. What do you want out of
Two
it?
speed or 3 speed?
2 speed.
2 speed. I don't know if it'll work on
Here
the
and
front.
gone.
Oh, we can make it work.
Well, it just depends on the weight, right? On the 2 speed.
That's a 2-speed 400.
I know, but it just depends on the weight on the vehicle too.
Yeah. I should change stator. You're good.
I think crackhead weighs
Actually, it ain't that light. It's like 2,800, I think.
2800. It's not bad. 2800 race ready. That means driver fueled up, everything, which is not too bad. That one's just a couple hundred pounds, above that. But that's a big body right there. That one is fiberglass, everything, pretty much, except the front fenders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one's all steel. Steel front end, steel doors, steel bed. And what I like too, he actually did the tinted windshield in the front. Did you buy this like this or you put tint?
That's the new Lexan, whatever, for it.
Already with the tint?
Yeah.
That looks tight. That looks
There you
badass.
go. This is the best part.
Oh, yeah. Man, I thought I was cool because I could, on Big Zah.
You can pull us nitro.
This is pretty much the Cyclone, just like this.
That's scary.
Hell yeah.
Dude, what's crazy about this thing? You wouldn't think as fast as it goes. So, like the first time I drove it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Like I drive the nitrous stuff.
Yeah.
It is so violent. I told them I was like, this is so smooth. Like other than the bumping, I kind of got fucked up on that. But dude, it's so smooth going on the track. Turbo stuff is so smooth.
So it's more aggressive when you're nitrous.
Oh yeah, like so it's like a 3-speed lockup, dude. When it locks up, it like tries to ride a wheel like half track every time.
Okay.
This is like so smooth. The power when I had the time step, like there's no way it just went that fast. He's like, yeah. I'm like, that was way too smooth.
Well, I feel like the nitrous, you get a harder hit from the takeoff, right? Because it's, you know, how much
Yeah, so
how much
I go
are you
like-
spraying?
So my car made right around 3,000 horsepower on
Okay.
the wheel dyno.
Okay.
With 4 kits, I have 6. I've never used all 6.
4 kids. How much nitrous is that? Just for
probably-
I'm not a nitrous guy, so I don't really know.
I think it made like 1,700 horsepower on motor, so it's probably like probably right around 1,700 horsepower on nitrous.
But how much of a shot? That's what
About 1,700 horsepower.
like 1,000, like you know,
Yeah.
like 1,000 shot on
Yeah,
nitrous. That's a
yeah.
lot. We used to, 150 on the, on a fight 3 or something, and sometimes you blow it up. But this we're doing 1,000,
Yeah, so it's about 2,000 shot you round about.
2,000 shot on
Yeah,
nitrous. So how many bottles you go on a pass? It's just
2 bottles every run.
2 bottles. And how much is a bottle?
There's about 8. There's like 12 pounds of nitrous in a bottle. So I use about 6 pounds of nitrous per pass.
But how much is each bottle to fill it up?
Oh, well, I fill my own because it's so expensive.
Okay, so it's
There's
expensive.
yeah, it's like nitrous like $7 a pound right now, and I just put spark plugs in it every single run.
Okay, so it's
Every run is some.
So when you
money.
go when you have nitrous, what I'm trying to explain to everybody is when you go nitrous, every pass you gotta change bottles, and every pass you gotta take everything apart.
Yeah, so I take the valve covers off. So when we first ran this, I was like, what do I need to bring to the track to
Yeah.
run it? Just a battery charger. I'm like, no, really, what do I need to bring?
Yeah.
He said, just a fucking battery charger.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So we literally busted this thing out, put air in the tires, you're good.
And
I'm
that's
like,
it,
oh
just
my
cool it
God.
off a little bit, right?
That's it, dude.
So you're saying that this is being turbo is a lot more a smoother ride and less hassle at the track.
Oh, without a doubt.
But what do you like more, turbo or nitrous?
I don't know, man. The nitrous stuff is pretty
Is
gangster.
it? Is it?
It's pretty sweet.
I like the nitrous because of the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the flames and everything while you're going down the track and stuff like
Did you ever
that.
see my car before, like a long time ago, and had bullhorns? So it had like gorilla flames coming out like this.
Yeah,
far
yeah.
every
I
run,
remember
dude.
back in
now
the-
it's
yeah.
got stupid zoomies on it, so it doesn't do
So
that.
they don't do the same thing.
Nah.
Why'd you change it from the bull to the zoomies?
Zoomies make more downforce, so we can take more nose weight off of it.
Oh, I got you. And you have
They're like you kind of like your truck, kind of like laid back a
up,
little bit.
okay.
Yeah.
So with the force, it pulls it.
Yeah, like it pushes the front end down hard.
Does okay.
Yeah.
And the bull horns, you had them up.
Yeah, they were probably like this tall, I guess.
Okay.
They're huge. They look like Peterbilt's fucking
There you go,
stacks on an 18-wheeler, dude.
8-inch stacks on a car. Man, I've never been on a nitrous. I mean, Crackhead was nitrous at one point. Where Skinny Man had it for a little bit, but I never been on a nitrous ride. And I feel like these are a little bit aggressive. But you being both worlds, I guess you're saying that this is a lot more smoother.
Oh, dude, it's like driving a Cadillac. Whenever I drive like the Camaro, it like jerks the wheel out. When it goes to lock up, so it goes 1-to-1. So like you can do it with the turbo stuff, same thing, but it like jerks the wheel out of your hand. It's wild. It's pretty. I haven't been that. I've been fast, but not as fast as some people.
And you'll go
been
way
with it.
faster with nitrous on the 60 because you're taking
Yeah,
off.
so I go like sub 1 second 60 foot.
Okay.
Like 0.9 60
Oh
foot.
shit! Yeah.
I think I went 104 in this last time out.
104. One time I went 113 and it didn't feel too good. I didn't feel too good. I felt like I didn't want to say this. I felt like I got hit from the back, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yo.
you ever been, everything's dirty, bro. Everybody's dirty here. So you ever been rear-ended?
Bro.
You know? Nunca have you ever been crashed from the back? You know? Or you know, when you're at the light, somebody hits you through the, you're just there chilling and, your head goes like this. Whoa, it felt like that. I've never been rear-ended, but I've seen accidents. Yeah, I've seen the accidents. So it kind of felt like that, and I was at 113. It wasn't even nowhere near what these guys are running with these trucks.
You made
and
lap in this thing, dude.
No, I'm not ready yet. The thing is, I don't fucking let off. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen you drive,
yeah,
dude. Them
I don't-
burnouts you were doing HMP all the way sideways, like that full drop stuff looks so fun.
Yeah, and you know what? It's actually, it doesn't feel. Everything happens so fast that you gotta think. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like if it's going up, you gotta react to it fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm there yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm tell Flaco we're gonna go slow. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, fuck it, we'll full send. But I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going so fast, everything's happening really quick. So you gotta react fast. If you gotta let go or jerk the wheel.
Dude, people don't realize how fast stuff happens. So like when this truck literally got wrecked, my brother-in-law's been driving way longer than I have.
Okay.
So he actually was the one that wrecked it. So
And
we
he was the
figured out-
driver?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
driving
okay.
when it wrecked.
Okay.
So everyone's like, oh, I could have done so much better. I'm like, I bet
That's
you
what
could
I'm
from your
saying. That's what I'm
couch,
saying.
dude. I
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
you could.
From
Like,
your couch, chilling.
yeah, everyone's a badass driver in the stands.
Yeah,
And you know, anybody that drives them knows like this shit gets out of hand fast.
Quick. In the split second, I mean, you gotta know if you gotta lift or keep going or throw the parachute or, you know, jerk the steering wheel or whatever. Everything happens so fast, and if you don't react fast enough, you know, something might go wrong. This one, what happened? It spun?
Yeah, so it topped the shock out a little faster than it was supposed to, and then it just, when they, like a turbo spins like that, you know, it's still making a boost, so it just, it is what it is, dude. It was one of those things that was so hard to catch.
He
He let off. He's completely off the gas, like the computers. That's what's bad, dude. Computers, you can lie all you want, but the computers, you know, they tell you, yeah.
And it still went sideways.
Yeah, it's still just, it was what it was, you know, it is what it is.
And what you hit? You hit the one side.
It hit that backside. Like, so we literally could have had it fixed, but I don't like anything coming out all messed up, so that's why we waited to paint it all. It was done like maybe a week after we wrecked it. Like, we could have been out there running it again, but I was like, I'm gonna paint it, and I took it to a painter. It took forever. It is what it is.
Yeah. So there it is. It's fixed and it's ready to go, and it's going to Georgia here in the next couple of weeks. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Y'all gonna be representing. Is there a lot of people from Texas going?
Sometimes.
A little bit, yeah. Or for this race, you know a lot of people from Texas going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to come out there and hang out with us one time.
I need to. Once I get that one, but I need to be running somewhere close to this. I don't think we're there yet, but they got some monsters over there. Them full-size trucks.
Yeah,
You got
pretty wicked.
you got the bipolar truck.
Yeah,
you got the Maximas. You got that Dodge with the screw blower on. There's another one, the old school Chevy. What's it called?
Oh, Warpath.
That one.
Yeah.
That one's fast too.
Yeah, it is.
So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna get walked. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna wait. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, do what we gotta do, make sure we're going fast enough, and then we'll make it out there. I've never been to Georgia for a race event, but I am planning on going here probably either this year, later this year, or just go and hang out with these guys and see, you know what I'm saying? See, but it's all week, right? I mean,
Yeah, so we're gonna leave like Monday. Monday we start qualifying. We'll test this thing probably Tuesday, Wednesday. They start qualifying Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you've ever been to Georgia's party, you need to come check it out with us.
Okay.
You have a good time.
So, I mean, we go to Atlanta all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Down the road.
So how far is Atlanta from that place y'all go to?
It's probably like 2 hours maybe.
2 hours? Is it a small city?
Yeah.
It's a small city?
Very small. It's like an hour north of Florida.
Is that the best track you've been to?
It's a good track. It's badass.
It's one of the best ones.
Yeah,
that
it's
you've
like the
gone to?
coolest racing you'll see. But probably the most fun race we go to is the Big Jake's races. You ever seen those?
Here in
Dallas.
Dallas?
XRP?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are-
Well, that's where I kind of want to go with this one first. That wants to be for me. I want to be the first time outing on this truck. It has to be XRP.
That's a good track. It's got long shutdown.
Yeah. I've raced down that track before, and it feels it's not like HMP where
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, and that's it. You know, you got to turn. XRP. It's on the plan to go with the C10. Hopefully, once we dial it in. Hopefully, this Thursday it'll be a better turnout than this last private session that we had with all the bar changes and the weight ratio that Flaco just did. Which we're already talking about that. Let's go see what Flaco is doing and see if it's ready. All right, guys, let's talk about Big Zone. We're here with my boy Flaco, the one and only, and we are pretty much ready to go testing once again. And my boy Flaco is going to explain to us what we all did to the truck. Now, when we went last Thursday, it was the first time out with this truck. New for me, new for you. You wanted to get the feel of the truck, see what it wanted to do, see what it was doing. We wanted to make sure that the brakes and everything else worked, and all that stuff worked great. But we needed to do some adjustments on the suspension in the rear, right?
On the 4-link, yeah. So basically, once we were out there at the racetrack, you know, we knocked the tires 3 times, and I was trying to make it to where it goes down. But it felt like it was really nose heavy, and sure enough, I mean, it was, once I put it on the scales, as you can see, it's on it right now, and it's got all the percentages and everything. So it did show that it was very, very nose heavy. Now, each vehicle is going to differ. Not all of them are going to be the same. Like
This one being a truck.
this one being a
You
truck.
can't compare this to a car.
No, because the difference between the wheelbase, that's going to affect everything.
Okay.
So for this wheelbase, once I put it on there, it was real heavy. So what I had to do is we don't just want to put a bunch of weight in the back.
No, you
know
gotta
what I mean?
you gotta spread the weight.
You got to
smartly.
spread it right. So it had a battery on the passenger side, as a lot of the most race cars do. But in this case, because we needed some weight in the back, I took the battery off the front, put it back here because it's already has these brackets for the batteries that they used to actually be back here. So I moved one battery back here, and we brought in the old battery so we can put it on there because each battery weighs 46 pounds.
46 pounds.
So I mean, it's got some weight. So with these two on there, I just only added basically 25 pounds extra of pucks, and it gave us the percentage that we needed, so that actually it's more for the wheelbase and the weight of the truck and everything to work better.
And then that's with you being in there as well. That's
with
percentage,
me being in it. Yeah. So instead of just adding 100 pounds in the back, well, we might as well just use existing weight.
Existing weight and just move it to the back.
Move it to the back.
Now this truck already came with it had a bracket here for batteries, and when you took everything off, you realized that there was a bracket.
I said, well, hell, let me just move it back here.
Let me move the front battery, the passenger battery, to the back, and then we had an extra one at the shop, and well, here it is. So we added pretty much 100 pounds here, and then
we got 25 here.
25 in the back, so 12.5 and 12.5, but you really just added 25 and 47.
We only added 70.
70 pounds in total,
70.
and then we just moved one battery to the back.
To the back.
Yeah.
So we put 70 pounds, and that gave us the percentages of what the vehicle needs, or what I feel it needs, to make it actually go down the racetrack, because it was going out, and then
it was taking out pretty good. And
it was, but it wasn't really planning too much, and then you could see the nose once it starts to put power. If it's real heavy in the back, in the front, well, the back is just gonna spin.
It's just gonna, it's up in the air.
Yeah, it's just doesn't have a whole lot, and as you can see, it's nothing but, there's not a whole lot back here.
Yeah, it looks like a lot, but it's not. And if it does have, it's all just light stuff.
It's light.
Now it's really nose heavy because we got the big
motor.
Big block, of course,
Yeah.
and then we got that big Procharger. How much that Procharger weigh?
Man,
70 pounds. 60
well,
pounds?
I mean, depends with the bracketry and all that. You're looking at about another 100 pounds.
Another 100 pounds, and the whole
thing. And the thing is that it's way out in the front.
It's way out.
Yeah.
Closer to the bumper. So
Yes.
you can actually, if it was like, have you seen sometimes the turbos, they put them in the
Further
front
back.
or they move them further back, but all that is just science for this racing stuff.
Weight distribution, that's all. But in this case, we can't do nothing about it. So what we did, we moved this stuff and added minimal weight, which is 2 pucks. And I think that should be pretty good. Also, the 4-link got changed. I didn't like what it had once I measured everything, and then I calculated what the measurements were. So I figured that it needed a little bit more aggressive bar angle, and I did so. So I went ahead and changed the 4-link on it.
So it can bite the track pretty much on the bar change. So
The anti-squat, I mean, I can get into that. I mean, but it's a long conversation once you get into the anti-squat and the instant centers and the height and the length and all that kind of stuff. But basically, your 4-link is a triangle, basically.
Yes.
So it eventually is going to end and meet at one point. So you have to kind of take into consideration that how long is going to be that triangle and how high. And that's going to definitely affect how the truck works.
Of course.
If it's too low, if it's real high and real low, it's going to raise the front up real fast.
Yeah.
If it's real high and real short, well, it's only going to raise the back. So you want it to be somewhere in between to where it kind of puts pressure and races the whole truck, at the same time still be kind of raising in the back so it keeps on planning the
So
tires.
this truck is not going to squat.
No.
It's a radio race truck.
It's going to separate.
It's going to separate, so pretty much sponge up from the rear.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool if we can put a picture here. I think maybe Saucy can put a picture of, you got a picture of Mona Lisa
Yeah.
going on the track like this, right? Or it wasn't this
no,
one,
it
was
was
toxic.
toxic. Yeah, it was
Toxic.
toxic.
There you go. We'll put a pictures here so you guys can understand. These trucks that don't usually squat, they sponge up, they separate.
Yeah.
When they do squat is when they have slicks.
Slicks or big tire.
A big tire.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But in this case, I mean, it is some of them separate a lot more aggressive than others. It just depends on how everything is set.
Okay.
This one, I mean, it had settings for it to separate, but it just wasn't really doing it.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. Why? Because length and like I talked earlier, the wheelbase being longer and all that kind of stuff, it's gonna react different. So once we move that. Well, it is going to be a more aggressive bar angle, so it's actually going to put pressure on the tires down, meaning that it's going to separate the truck. So we should be able to plan it a lot better.
Okay.
And make it more consistent as well, and be able to apply more power, which is basically what we want. So that's been changed. There was an issue also here on the anti-roll bar. It was rubbing on one of the wires on one side, and then it was rubbing right here as well on the cage. So I grinded this out, make sure it doesn't hit it anymore. And then I moved all the wires to the other side. That way it actually, because when this separates, well, this will have movement and it'll go down. So you don't want any obstructions or be tight or anything like that because that's going to cause it to get in a bind. Then it can spin, and then it could just do a bunch of dumb shit.
Everything has to be.
Everything has to work right.
Everything has to work properly, precise. If this stuff right here, when it separates, it's going down, and if it's in here, it's not letting it work like it's supposed to work.
It's going to be in a bind, and it's going to stop what the truck needs to do, and obviously it's going to spin.
There you go.
Yeah. So there's a lot of little stuff though, but basically everything has to just work smooth up and down. Make sure there's no binds. Make sure it's not getting in between of any wires or anything like that. And obviously, you know, your 4-link settings and all that kind of stuff. It's no black magic or anything. It's just all measurements, as you can see in the book. I've got
show them a little bit of the book. Yeah,
I got a bunch of measurements there. That's basically what it is. It's just a bunch of measurements, and then you figure out where your bar ends, how high, how long, and stuff like that, though. So.
Are we running a similar setup on Crawfish in the back, right? 4-link.
Yes, 4-link also.
And that's a different.
Yeah,
that doesn't have this. They don't have these angles, right?
No.
It's
They're
different
very
because
different.
it's 4x4, of course.
It's very different. But as far as the 4-link, it's the same.
Yeah.
Same anti-roll bar. Basically, very, very similar, just different settings.
Different settings, yeah. Because Crawfish doesn't really separates like that. It's more a squat.
Yeah.
This one separates, and it's crazy because I didn't, when we first started racing, I didn't really know the difference between. This is when you get to like big time racing like this, well then you know the difference and stuff like that. I thought every fucking car and truck should squat and go, you know what I mean? But no, it's a different type of racing and stuff like that. So these changes needed to be made. So everything's pretty much hooked up in the back, ready to go.
Done.
The weight is on. Everything in the front. And what about the leak that we had in the front of the Procharger? Because we had a leak there for a little bit.
That was the dipstick.
The dipstick.
Dipstick's tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's tight now.
Yeah.
And it was meant to happen. This truck was literally parked for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was as too bad, the first time out. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
It wanted to take off. I mean, it did take off, but it was spinning. But hopefully with all these new adjustments, weight added, we should be
okay.
It should be a better
outing
next time that we do go, which is hopefully if they open, right?
On Thursday.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
This one will go, and of course that one. You're doing new turbos on that one, right?
I'm gonna change turbos on that one.
And that's a quick. It's a quick swap, or you got to do.
Oh, I got to do some fabrication.
You got to do some fabrication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too terribly bad, but I mean I still got to do some welding.
Yeah. What do you think about that motor on Crackhead?
That's a badass motor. That motor's been real fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you. What size of motor is it?
427.
427.
Yeah.
Billet block, billet head.
No.
Oh, just. Oh no, it's not right.
That's a dark block.
That's a dark. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, Flaco. Juan has the.
Juan has a billet.
Oh yeah. So you think we can go fast with that one on Crackhead?
Oh yeah.
He's selling transmission and everything.
Yeah, motor and training.
I don't know if the training works. The 2-speed. It's just it depends.
Oh yeah. I mean that truck is light. Same as this.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean you'll be fine.
With the gangbang setup and driver conmigo arriba.
Okay, well that block's gonna be a little bit heavier.
Oh, es que si era aluminio. Yeah, because the 2-speed, I thought it was like for lighter cars. It is, right?
I mean it works both ways, but I mean they got different gear ratios. So that one's a 157 first.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like it's gonna need at least a 180.
180.
Yeah. So a 3-speed will give you a 180 or a 180 something first gear.
We can still get the motor and everything else. Motor, turbo. What size of turbos are those?
88s.
Well, they're big enough.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because I mean we have another motor for Crackhead, but we still gotta buy turbos. We still gotta do the turbo kit. We still.
That one's a dry sump and everything.
Oh, dry sump ready to roll. Yeah.
It's got the dry sump pump and all that kind of stuff.
Now, would the turbos fit the way they are right now, or we have to do a little bit of cutting and modifications? Would it be a good idea to have the turbos on the bottom, or
no, not on that one.
not on that one? It'd have to be somewhere
Yeah,
on top or in the back.
Yes. So if you put them up in the front and down, it's gonna have more. It's gonna be kind of nose heavy.
Nose heavy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I would probably put them behind the tire somewhere.
Okay, over here on top.
Yeah.
Right here by the firewall. Gotcha. So that's something that we gotta figure out and see if we can get that. I mean, that'll be a badass setup for. I mean, it's gone. I already know what that truck is going right now, and it's all it has.
Yeah.
So and the turbos are a good size. They're not too big. We're running the same turbos on Crawfish, right? 88s. 88,
Yeah, but you got the
106.
Yeah, it's the larger frame.
The bigger-
These are mid frames. Still.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we might take this motor and turbo kit in consideration for the Crackhead truck, so we can bring that out. We need motor, turbos, we need a transmission, and we need electronics.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have none of that set up for big block right now. But yeah, we can probably work something out with that one. But big Zaw is pretty much ready to roll. Just put it back together. I mean, everything's back together. I mean, everything's already
Yeah, I'm gonna put this back on. Grab. Let's see. Grab that. That way. So this is pretty cool because it comes off real easy.
Oh yeah.
So we just gotta pick it up right here a little bit.
Oh, just like that, yeah.
Just like that. You put all these little things in there. Llama Malone.
And then y'all leaving to Georgia on Monday. Okay.
Next Monday we're flying out.
That's a lot of racing. It's gonna be a whole week, right? Of racing. Fuck.
It's a long week.
I like racing, but I don't think I like that much. You gotta love this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be out there in the. Is it hot over there?
No, I mean, well, it depends. I mean, fuck. Most of the time you gonna get rain.
Okay.
You're gonna get rain, and then it might be hot during the day, cold as hell at night. I mean, it's just Georgia. It's kind of
all over the place.
unpredictable weather.
Kind of like Houston. You know,
like Houston.
We'll have a hurricane today. It'll slow tomorrow.
Yep.
And then it'll be sunny at night.
Damn right.
Bipolar ass weather. But the truck weighs pretty good. It's not too bad. It's not super light, even though it has a fiberglass cab. It's not too light, but it's not that heavy. I think it's right in the middle. It's right on the sweet spot, which is pretty cool. And it looks really factory as well. The doors and everything else fits really nice. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of not show you guys the weight. Everything else is fine in the inside, right? Everything else is.
Yeah, everything was good.
Okay. Está casado viejo, ayer tuvo Sunday Fun, estuvo bueno.
Hell no.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have to take.
Or you think we can push it?
Well, I mean, he's gonna move in a bit.
Or we can just back up that trailer.
Oh yeah.
We'll just push
We'll
it.
just leave it.
Yeah. Gotcha. Ahí está.
Good leaf blower.
I know.
Expensive leaf blower.
Alright guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. Not a lot going on today. Pretty much just getting ready for game day, which is going to be Thursday. Once we go to the track, the truck has been tweaked up and I think we're ready for testing either Wednesday or Thursday. Hopefully weather cooperates and we don't have to cancel for another day. These guys are going to Georgia on Monday, so we got to test before they go, and hopefully next time we go out it'll make a good lick. Now, are we gonna check gangbang? I don't know, maybe we'll just take this one. Gangbang is fixed already as well. We put it on the lift the other day on the last video you guys seen. That one's ready to go. I think we need to go test that one on the streets. We need to get with Midnight because they got a nice street that they've been testing at, and we gotta get ready for the Cletus race event coming up and every other no prep event that is going on. We're gonna get ready for that. But yeah, excited for Thursday here coming up. Today's vlog was gonna be nitrous or turbo. Never been on a nitrous vehicle before, going that fast. Of course, I'm liking more I think I still like more the turbo. What about you, Flaco? What do you like more?
Man,
You've raced all of them. You drove in everything.
I do like. Obviously, I like turbos, but I do like that.
Procharger.
So yeah.
It's not as much maintenance as nitrous.
No, I don't like nitrous.
You don't like nitrous?
I don't like nitrous. If I'm not working on it, I'll drive it.
Okay.
But if I gotta work on it and all that, I won't. I don't like it.
Okay.
If somebody else works on it, it's fine.
Because you gotta change spark plugs, bottles, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's more. Yeah.
More hassle. So, but okay, so Procharger or turbo?
Man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
If they tell you, hey, we're gonna build you a car for free, what do you want? Whatever car.
With whatever combination I want.
Yes.
I'll go Procharger with the Hemi.
Oh, Procharger Hemi?
Yeah.
Okay, Procharger Hemi. Well, I mean, everybody's hauling ass with the Procharger Hemi. What about you, Budline?
That sounds familiar. That setup sounds familiar.
We do have a Procharger Hemi somewhere at the storage. And we actually do got a Proline 540. What are the sizes that we can go up on this one? On the Procharger? This one's a 112?
This is a 112, and then there's a 121,
and
then there's a 136 maybe?
136?
Or 131?
130.
Or 130, and then a F3 140. I think there's F3 140.
Really?
I think so.
Because the Procharger on Moonshine was supposed to be F4 140. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the 140 is the size of the compressor wheel.
Okay.
So it can still be a F3.
Okay.
But it can still be. I'm not 100% sure they got a 140, but I know it's 112, 121, and maybe 131.
131. Okay.
So that would be for sure two more sizes up.
So we can do that on this
Oh
one,
yeah,
all day.
We can jump from the 120 from the 112 to the 131.
And that'll make a big difference. It's like going 80s to 90 millimeter turbos, pretty much.
Yeah. So obviously how it comes in is different because it's a bigger wheel. So the 112 comes in a lot faster, but the other one makes a way more power.
More power down. Going down the road.
So sometimes you have to just speed up the gearing so you can make up the difference.
Right. A lot of science in this. So Procharger Hemi.
Yeah.
Supercharged Hemi.
Supercharged Hemi Hellcat. Okay. Nitrous, right? All day.
Screw blower, dog.
Oh, screw blower? There you go.
Go with that.
What about you, Perreo?
Screw blower.
Screw blower?
Yeah.
Have you ever messed with the screw blowers? Like
I'm about to.
you're about to?
I seen it and it's loud.
But that's a lot more work too.
That is a lot of work. I mean, even the Hemi,
Okay.
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Every pass, you got to pull the valve covers and run the valves. Because you spin them 11 grand,
yeah.
10.5. The Hemis, if you baby the Hemi, you will hurt it.
You have to go
Like,
balls out.
oh, let me just take it easy and spin it 9,000.
That's my shit.
You know what I mean? No, you'll hurt the motor. Like, you got to spin that baby up 10.5.
It likes to be abused. It must be a full send on the
It
Hemi.
must be a full send.
Okay.
So you actually hurt the motor more.
Why do you hurt it?
Because those motors, they're small. It's a small crank. It looks like a real big motor, but it's it's only 500 cubic inch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or
40.
something.
Yeah, 540.
And their power band, because of the heads and all that, it doesn't really start making power to like 7,500 to 10,500.
Okay.
Versus this one makes power from 3,500 to 8,500.
I see.
So then you have to spin it real high to actually make power.
There you go.
So if you shift at 8,500, you're actually hurting the motor. It's not good.
It's not good. It wants to be
Revved up
all the way around. So the question here is for you guys: nitrous, twin turbo. Just pretty much comment down your power adder, your preferably setup that you like. Flaco likes the Hemi Procharger, Perreo screw blower over there. Everybody wants a screw blower, but that's a whole different ball game as well.
Costa?
What about you, Costa? No, Costa likes to be stock.
NA.
So that is it pretty much for today's vlog, guys. Make sure to comment down below if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.